Have a look at this. This is the BMW R 1250 RT, the tourer. Is it the ultimate tourer though? Gotta say, just riding it up here, it has got some legs. It is an absolute awesome bike to ride. It looks like a tourer, it feels like a tourer, but it rides like an angel. Right, let's get into some specs, shall we? RevelatorAlf. So this 1250 RT is going to set you back in the region of about £14,800 base price, and obviously add on a couple of extra thousand for all the bits and pieces that you want. It's got a 1250cc engine, yes, that boxer engine from BMW, and it's air liquid cooled. It's that flat twin, as I say, boxer engine, and it's a 4-stroke, of course. 134 horsepower and 143 newton meters. It's got electronic intake pipe injection and all that kind of good stuff, and it's supposedly do well over 124 miles an hour. Well, let's just give that a go, shall we? Now, it might do in the region about 50-55 miles to the gallon. Possibly that's being a bit optimistic, but you know, it is designed for the open road and to munch up the miles. Lovely. There are going to be quite a few changes here for 2021, mainly in the aesthetics. They're changing the lighting system here. They're also going to be changing this screen here, this setup here, to a big TFT screen as well. There are a few other subtle changes as well, but essentially that's it. The engine's staying the same, nothing else is changing. That it's more about the looks and the overall appearance of the bike. Now, it's got an oil lubed clutch, hydraulically operated. It is smooth as you like, I've got to say. It's got a 6-speed box and it's a shaft drive as well. Wow. It's a BMW after all. It's got a T-section frame, and it's got a load-bearing engine. Quite usual for the BMWs. Now, it's got this kind of single strut at the front, but it's on a telly lever as well with 120 millimeters. That's the front suspension, and it's got a kind of monoshock system behind all that plastic there. In there, this para-lever system, and that's got 136 millimeters of travel. It's got a center stand as well, got a side stand which the bike is on now. It's got cast aluminium wheels, 17-inch front and rear, dual disc brakes at the front, 320 millimeters, 4-piston brake calipers. Now on the rear, it's got a single disc kind of hidden away there, and that's 276 millimeters, and that's a 2-piston caliper. It's got ABS, auto stabilization control, and it's got all the different rain modes, road mode, and all that kind of good stuff. So wheelbase is 1485 millimeters. Seat height, which is adjustable at 805 to 825 millimeters, but there are different options for that. Length is 2222 millimeters. Height is 1405 to 1570 millimeters. And it's got electrically operated windscreen as well, which is really swish. Width is 985 to 990 millimeters, and the weight is 279 kilograms. That's a wet weight, that's a road weight. It's got a 25 litre tank with a 4 litre reserve as well. I mean, look, this is built for the tour. You've got any other accessory that you want for it, but it's got the pan, it's got top box as an extra, radio is an extra, about £1,200 I think as well. It'll sync up to your phone and all that kind of good stuff. Look, the proof is in the pudding on this. Let's get it on the road, let's see what it's like. Oh yeah. Right, power on. Oh, swish swish, start. Oh yeah. Beautiful. That boxer engine, you get a little bit of side play when you first start up, but it's lovely. Right, let's get this on the road. And look, I can just change this screen here. Oh yeah. Yeah, you definitely feel it's a lot lighter than the other Tourers. And the gear change is silky smooth, lovely. Lovely light clutch, but the gears are a lot longer than, let's say, the K1600. So it feels a lot more Tourer-like. It feels a lot smoother in that. The exhaust tone is lovely and dull. It's a lovely, relaxing tone. Beautiful. In the bend, oh dear, hello, hello. So light. You don't feel this at all. It's so light, and it's just lovely balance. Slow speed riding, very nice.
Pull the power. Oh yes, oh yes. Let's take this on some windy road, shall we? And it just tips in so nice. Lovely flickability with those 17-inch front wheel. Beautiful, beautiful, lovely and light, lovely. You don't feel the weight on it at all. 276 kilos, whatever it is, plus another just a few kilos for me, of course. Lovely, lovely suspension. Very nice. Lovely and smooth. You know, it's a really smooth ride. Much more of an organic ride. I don't want to use that word, but you know what I mean. It's more of it's just a natural touring ride. This is lovely and smooth. You're going to take this on the open road, and there's no doubt it's going to be a really capable tourer. But let's just see initially. Let's just see what it's like on these back roads. And so far, it's performing really, really well, really easily. You don't feel as if you're on a really big bike. I'll tell you what, let me go this way. You don't feel as if you're on a really big bike. You feel as if you're on a bike that is just, you know, just ready for the open road. But you can easily get there, you know, on some back roads initially. You can do a little bit of both. You can do on the big tour, you can get up on the mountains, do those switchbacks, and then you can still get off the bike feeling fully refreshed and you know, go for a coffee or whatever. Lots of space on here, great ergonomics. So you can change all the road modes, all the suspension settings as well, with the toggle thing here on the left hand side. The mode here, you can change it to road and rain and all that kind of good stuff. So it's got everything that you expect from a tourer. But I'll tell you what, from this tourer, you put this in a bend, bit of counter steering, and I'll tell you what, it sticks. Let's have a look here. Oh, you tip it in. Yes, I know I'm not going really fast, but you tip it in, there's nothing there. There's no movement, no wallowing. It's lovely. And these are horrible back roads here. Well, great back roads, if you know what I mean, but you know, they are, you know, they're making the suspension work, and it's handling it really nicely. You know, you're out in the countryside here on one of these. It's got a lovely purring exhaust tone, and you're relaxed. You're automatically relaxed. So you're in a lovely upright riding position. Everything is at your fingertips, as it were. Yes, there are going to be a few upgrades. That TFT screen, the headlights for the 2021, but essentially it's going to be the same bike. This engine, this 1250 engine, yeah, this Boxer engine is nice. I am a fan. I was a fan on the GSs as well, this type of engine. It's nice. Oh yes. Yeah, you put the power down and it just picks up so nice. Slightly longer gearing, as I say, and it's just really nice. Lovely balance. You don't feel the weight is centralized, and it's a bit lower down. You don't feel it, you know, in the bends. You're not kind of reaching a point and all of a sudden it wants to escape from you. It is just there and it holds its line. Very nice. BMW Bish Mish Wish. Yes indeed, this is a bike that I could definitely get on with. Now that I've tried this over the 1600, they are different bikes for different tourers, different types of tour. Yeah, horrible greasy roads here, horrible. Oh, lovely. I am being very ginger with the bike in these bends. I'm sure you can appreciate, because just slippery roads here, lovely and dry, beautiful. Do you know, I've never actually been on this road before, so oh, you got to open it up and under any kind of overpass, have you? Oh, it's sweet, lovely. You would think that a much bigger engine than this would be head and shoulders above it, but it isn't. It isn't head and shoulders above it. This holds its own. It's almost like you're going into the Grand Tourer and it's saying, all right then, come on, I'll show you what I've got. I might be a little bit smaller than you, but I can still pack a punch. The beauty of this is this: you don't feel as if you're riding a big heavy Tourer. Physically, it looks bigger than the K1600. The K1600 is sportier, but it's a lot heavier. But this feels really light, a lot lighter. It feels as if it wants to stick to the road a lot nicer. I was really impressed with the K1600. No doubt, great bike. But this is more relaxed, seems to be a little bit more assured. And this engine, oh yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to apologise for the wind noise here. I'm getting a bit steamed up, getting a bit too excited. Oh. Well, right, let's tip it in. It's a bit of a dry road here. Oh yeah, you just oh yeah, lovely. You can easily avoid traffic there, no problem. It just moves so effortlessly. Is that a word? I don't know. But anyway, look, lovely. I'm not even moving my body, just just using my wrists, just counter steering. So nice, so nice. Right, enough of the back roads. It's capable, right? It's really nice, really light. You're sat up on top of it. You don't feel, unlike the other one, that it's a massive bike in front of you. You feel a bit more connected with this one. You feel a bit more as part of the bike as opposed to being on a bike, if that makes any kind of sense to you. Right. All right. Bit dry here in the shade. Oh, lovely. Right, let's see how. Oh my goodness! Wow, wow! Really powerful, really picks up great. This windshield, you don't feel a thing. Really nice on its higher settings. Will it go higher? Yeah, it will go higher. But look at that, I'm not feeling a thing here. Right, let me put it down and let's see. Oh yeah, you definitely feel a little bit more. It depends what kind of ride you want, of course. Alright, let me pull this back up. Oh, in any gear, this just pulls. Any gear, this just pulls. And you would expect it from a big bike, of course you would. Wow. Beautiful, lovely balance, but it feels light. It's a big Tourer, Alf, it's a big Tourer, I hear you say. Alf, this is no good for riding and enjoying yourself and having a bit of fun. I tell you what, you could not be more wrong. You could not be more wrong about this bike. This bike is for everything that you want to do on the road. Yeah, is it going to struggle in, heavy traffic in the city streets? Yeah, of course it is, because it's a big bike. You're going to have to work it a little bit. You might have to sit in traffic a little bit more. But I tell you what, it is an absolute monster of a mile muncher. It is a monster of having a bit of fun. It is a monster of just flicking it into the bends and fooling you into thinking that it's not going to be capable. That's exactly what it is. It's a trickster. That's what it is. This bike, BMW 1250 RT, whatever, is a trickster. It makes you think by looking at it. It's big, it's heavy, it's bulky, and it's only for old farts who basically just want to go in a straight line. Absolute nonsense, absolute rubbish. This bike will do lots and lots of things. It will do it very, very well. Very, very well. I thought the K1600 was a contender. I've got to say, this is more of a contender for me. Definitely more of a contender. That is a great bike. That K1600, I was waxing lyrical about it, great bike. But this just seems to be more usable for your day-to-day ride, and especially if you're going on kind of any kind of touring roads, you know, back roads, this kind of thing, or any kind of higher speed roads with lots of turns in it. Yeah, this one. Oh yeah, now we're talking, now we're talking. Oh, brilliant. Wow. Again, the power delivery on this bike is just silky smooth. It's progressive. You're going from lovely space gearing. It is just a lovely gearing. You're going 1, 2, 3, power, 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 torque, torque, torque. It's really nice, really progressive. You twist that throttle and you'll just go, and you'll just keep on going. It's not as if you're going to be hurled off the bike here with this power, and it's kind of, there are flat spots and all that kind of stuff. No, it's just progressive. It's got a line of power and torque that's just going like that, whoop, like that. Actually, for the first time in a long time, I do not want to get off this bike. I don't want to get off it. This is how good it is. If you're in for a tourer, if you want to go on a long tour, let's say, and if you're looking at tours, which I kind of have been, as an addition, let's say, as another bike, I'm not sure which way I want to go yet. I've got to say, this is a bike that gives you lots of confidence that it's not going to break down, that it's going to go on, handle any kind of surface, you know, road surface. It's going to handle any kind of conditions. You're going to feel refreshed at the end of it. Yeah. Oh, I like this. You know, with these big bikes, you've got this kind of presence on the road. You know, you feel bigger. You feel as if you're puffing out your chest a little bit. But this is kind of like, you know, the bodybuilder who's wearing a big suit as well. It's kind of hidden. Do you know what I mean? It's not like your bodybuilder on Venice Beach who's, you know, flexing for everybody to see and for all the girls to swoon over. No, this is your sensible bodybuilder. This is your bodybuilder who's a little bit shy but is very capable, and you can flex like the best of them when given half a chance. This is how I would describe this. It's very contained, it's beautiful and light, beautiful to ride. It's got more than enough power than you'll ever need for this kind of bike, and it does it very well. You've got everything. If you're looking for a brand new version, if you're looking for the 2021 with that TFT screen, which is going to be awesome, by the way, and the different lighting setup is going to be awesome, and the quick changes, you know, that they're going to make to you know, the accessories package, but also what they're going to make on standard as well. Look into the 2021, you'll find that this bike is going to tick so many of your boxes. It really is. As I say, you know, you may have to be patient in traffic, but you get this on the open road, it glides over the surface, you don't feel as if you're going that fast. It feels really planted for such a big bike. It's probably one of the best planted bikes that I've ridden in a long time. It just feels as if it wants to stick to the road. At the end of a long journey, you're going to be able to go out dancing into the wee hours of the morning, and you're just going to be able to impress everybody with your energy levels. Let's face it, because it's so relaxing to ride. You know, people of different experience levels sometimes get a little bit nervous about taking big bikes out. But I'll tell you what, this one of these bikes that you can get on it, and within a few hundred yards, it's almost like, oh, okay, this is not too bad. No, this is nice. I can ride this. I can handle this. You know, it's got a nice seating setup, variability, I should say, for different height riders. But even so, you can make small adjustments, and even smaller riders can get on this, I'm sure, and feel really at home. This windscreen from BMW is just fantastic. Really good. Keeps the wind off you. For the 2021 bike, they are putting in a radio, or you can have a radio. I think it's still £1,200, but it's also got DAB as well. I think it's the first time on this bike they're going to have DAB as well, if that's your bag. Oh yeah, just open it up. Effortless, effortless. That's all you can say. It's just effortless. You're sat up right, you're so relaxed, nothing in the wrists, no pressure at all on the wrists, no pressure on the shoulders. Lovely, lovely. It's almost like you're doing yoga or Pilates on a bike. Okay, that's a stupid analogy, I know, but do you know what I mean? Almost like yoga, you're sat upright. You know, I don't do yoga, by the way. Just in case you were wondering, I don't do yoga, but you know, it's that kind of thing. You're sat upright, it's lovely. Right, final verdict then. Final verdict. Oh my goodness. Silky smooth acceleration, so planted, gear changing to die for, clutch operation, bish bash bosh, or bish mish wish, whatever. This is a fantastic bike. Great in the bends, great to control, really light handling, powerful as you like. It is just, oh, lovely, absolutely lovely. BMW, well done again. You hit it out of the park in one of those sticky things. Oh yes, you have indeed. Well done indeed, well done. Well, anyway, listen, I hope you found this useful. As I say, I am very impressed with this. Possibly the most impressed I've been in a touring style motorcycle for a long time. The only competitor to this from BMW for me is the GS, the adventure bike. That's the only competitor, and it doesn't come near on the touring capability and the smoothness, but what it does have is that extra off-roady capability a little bit, which might be a deciding factor for me. So it's decision time, and definitely that. This is such a massive contender though, such a massive contender. I thought the 1600, the K1600 GT was the one, but I've got to say no, this one. Out of the two, BMW, they've made, I think, I could be completely wrong here, and this is all down to opinions, of course it is, but I think they've made the complete tourer here. I honestly do. I honestly think they've made a tourer that is rideable by most people, really easy to ride, really capable, in the bends, just horrible greasy here. I'm just trying to stay off the manhole covers on bends, would you believe? Well, there we go. But it's just so nice. I mean, obviously, if you ride one of these, let us know your thoughts. Let us know what the best tyres are for it. Let us know what the best settings are for it. How you're feeling on the open road on really long distances. Or if you're doing mountain switchbacks, how you feel about that. What's it like to ride in, you know, built up areas? Let us know. But I got to say, for somebody who's not ridden many BMWs recently, in recent years, I've ridden many in the past, but not recently, I've got to say I'm very impressed with BMW. On the outside, you might think, oh, this bike is for boring old farts who like to drink frothy coffee and just talk about all the good old days. It isn't like that at all. This is a bike for lots of different people, lots of different age groups who want a really great bike for lots of different types of riding, and it's just so good, so good. Not as pricey as the 1600, quite reasonable. I think you're getting a lot of bike here for that money, a lot of bike. Anyway, listen, a couple more videos coming at the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this review. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Check out the website at RevelatorAlf.com, and I will catch you again on another video, and maybe riding this. Yes, indeed, maybe riding this. Catch you again. Ta-da.
RevelatorAlf.